Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is the 26th of February. It is Saturday, 2022. And sun was out earlier this morning for a little while. And then we went back to overcast, and that happens. So what are you going to do? We're just grinding out the days until spring gets here. That's all we're doing up here right now. Till the weather gets warmer and we can get outside and do something. So, alright. Before we get into this video, I have a sale going on my website, preppernurse1.com. That sale will be ending on the 6th of March. It is 20% off sale on the legacy freeze-dried food. So how do you take advantage of that? You go to my website, preppernurse1.com. You click on store, it will drop down, you will see legacy foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. Once you've decided what you want to purchase over there, when you're checking out, you need to use the discount code 100,000 subscribers. That is the discount code, and that's the numerical 100,000. So definitely take advantage of that, okay? 25-year shelf life, GMO free. The largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies, so you obviously get more bang for your buck. Also, it is made in the United States, and it is vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately. Along with that, it is also gluten-free options for people that need that as well. I may go in the greenhouse. It's a little chillier out here than I thought. So let's go do that. We're going to go walk in the greenhouse, and we'll do the rest of this video from inside the greenhouse. So, but anyway, like I said, they're shipping things out very, very quickly. They're fully stocked right now, so it's definitely a good time to take advantage of that. All right. Hold on a second here. Just stepped on something. All right. All right, so we'll go into the greenhouse. So normally by now, and I'll show you what the temperature is in here. The temperature in here is 46 degrees. Normally we have started seeds already at this point inside here, but with the fact that we're going to be selling the property and moving to West Virginia, obviously we're not going to be doing that, okay? So, alright, so let's get into this video. If you have to bug out, you got your bug out, you're planning, you have to get out of Dodge, you may have to go into the woods for a while. You have your bug out bag, right? Everybody should have a bug out bag. So, let me turn this around. So everybody should have a bug out bag. What are you going to have in your bug out bag? That's what this list is we're going to go over today. Really, really important stuff. I got this all written out here. I sat down and did that first. I'm like, okay, let me go over this first. If you have to bug out, guys, and let's say, this is probably, there's a lot of important points of this video, but if you have to bug out and you can only grab one thing, the one thing you should grab before you grab anything else is a high quality fixed blade knife. If it has a sharpening stone with it, even better. Why would that be the case? Why a knife, right? And I'm talking not some crappy knife that you pick up that snaps off at the first kind of hard work, something that's going to last you a while. Because with a knife, you can make all kinds of things. You can set up protection for yourself. It's another way to protect yourself and those type of things. So a knife is probably one of the most important things that you can have in that type of situation. All right. So what should you have if you're bugging out? So first of all, you got to have your bug out bag, right? And this is my opinion, a high quality backpack. Don't go cheap on your backpack. Get something that's going to be very, very good, very, very solid, that's going to help you out there, all right? So if you have a good backpack, it's going to be more comfortable for you when you're walking long distances with that on your back. So you want to think of your comfort is more than anything else. Now, we have to take into consideration weight restraints. The amount of supplies that you're going to take, it adds up in a hurry, okay? So one of the things that you should also have is some kind of, now they have the canteens now. They used to always be metal canteens. Always was metal canteens. Well, what they have now, like with the military, and I don't know the modern military, I'm talking about when I was in. The modern one may be different, I don't know. But what we always had, we had a plastic canteen with a metal cup with it, okay? So you could put stuff into the metal cup, like, to make coffee and heat that up on a fire, and that was a great thing to have. And the canteen itself, obviously, to hold water. So something like that, and that's usually in an insulated pouch that you carry on your hip, that you put right with your belt. That's really a great thing to have. So I would go with that military grade. I picked up a lot of that type of stuff. You can get those at an Army Navy surplus store, those type of things. So look for those type of things there. So that just give you an idea where you can get that. Probably can find it online as well. Okay. The next thing is some kind of a metal pot to cook in. Now again, if you have that the type of container that I said already, it comes with that metal thing that you could cook in, but that's not really that big. So if you're cooking some kind of a larger meal, you're going to want a larger pot. Now, what you got to think about, again, the heavier the pot, the thicker the metal it is, it's going to be better. It's going to last longer, especially in the wild and stuff like that. But you don't want something that's going to be clanky, something that's going to make a lot of noise when you're walking, and that is not really super heavy. So you have to take those things into consideration. But having some kind of metal pot that you could boil down water or all those type of things is a good thing to have as well. All right. So let's see, we got. All right. So the next thing is you're going to have some way to start fires. So matches, lighters, flint, fire starting material. Those are all things you should have. All those options, not just one. You should have all those different ways to do that, so that you can start a fire, in an emergency situation. One of the things, so fire starter kit, right? Lightweight, really easy to do, and it works really, really well. I don't care how windy it is or anything like that. It starts every time. What I have is I have a little container, probably that big of a container, that wide. I use cotton balls and Vaseline. Now the Vaseline, you can dip that out and put that on your lips and all that type of stuff as well. But cotton balls, completely lathered in Vaseline, I can guarantee you doesn't matter how windy it is or any of that type of stuff, that's going to start and that's going to keep burning for a few minutes to get your fire going. It's just one trick that I learned a long time ago. I wanted to share it with you guys. So, get your Vaseline, get your cotton balls, mix them all together, have them in a container. Stays perfect, no issues whatsoever, and it's a great thing to have, okay? The next thing, I got to take my glasses off here, folks, because I cannot see close up while I have my glasses on. All right. So the next thing is going to be you need to have some food with you. Now, what I would recommend, now you can go ahead, some people have canned foods in their bug out bags, but again, you're looking at weight. What I would suggest is freeze-dried foods, having some packages of those that you can cook up, also having some energy bars, some trail mix, something like that you can eat on the go while you're walking. You can eat that energy bar, and then of course don't throw your wrapper on the ground, because that is a trail where people can follow. Take that wrapper with you, and then you can use that when you're starting your fire and stuff like that later on, if you're feeling safe enough to have a fire. All right, but those are the things that you should be having, something that you can eat while you're walking. So like a trail mix is a great thing to have. You can eat, just while you're walking. You don't have to stop. All right, but you should have a couple days worth of food to start with, no matter what. So with that, you should also have, so hold on a second, some fishing equipment. Okay, being able to fish. If you find a river, or creek, or a pond, being able to cast off and have some kind of fishing equipment. You don't necessarily have to have a pole. You can always make a pole. But having bobbers and hooks and fishing line and that type of stuff is going to be a really, really good thing to have. With that, you're also going to obviously want to have some kind of a weapon that you can use for hunting. So something lightweight like a 22, something like that, that you can get small game, or even a pellet gun that's not going to be super, super loud, and you can take out squirrels and birds and those type of things with a pellet gun. But what we're looking at is weight. So probably if you're having to bug out, you're probably going to have to take a more substantial weapon with you to be able to defend yourself. Definitely think you need to have a pistol and also a rifle. So, and again, enough ammunition to do that. Now that ammunition ends up weighing a lot really, really quickly. So there's a reason why we've talked many times in the past, is having caches buried outside different areas so that you can go and you have stuff that you can get to, that you can, resupply. Okay? Just another top on top of everything else. But the next thing I would say is having a tarp. Having a tarp is important because that's going to be, it's not really super heavy. You don't have to have a great big old tarp, but something that where you can get under if it starts raining or whatever, it's going to offer you protection. And I think that that's an important thing that you should definitely have, okay? Let's see. The next thing would be a first aid kit. First aid kit is going to be really, really important to have. You're going to run into issues. Everybody runs into issues, so having a ways to take care of yourself with some triple antibiotic ointment, bandages, and those type of things, it's a really good thing to have, and I would highly recommend that you have those as well. Next would be some kind of a portable axe, a small axe that you can carry. I would say a fold-up saw is a really nice thing to have as well. With that also, like the shovel, the small shovels that are also fold up, if you can do that. Multi-tool, really, really important. And then paracord. So multi-tool is a really handy thing. It can be utilized with a lot of different things, so it's really important to have. And having paracord, unless you're in a jungle and you can make all kinds of cordage out of everything else, paracord is a nice thing to have, not super heavy. Easy to carry with you, okay? Next thing, and this is kind of important, and people probably don't think about this as much, personal hygiene care, all right? Having, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap to be able to wash up. Keeping clean is going to be one of the key things that you're going to need to do in a situation like that. Being able to wash up, and it just makes you feel better. So, having your toothpaste and your toothbrush, keeping your teeth, and again, like dental floss is not heavy, so those are things that I would say with that, okay? Extra clothing, all right? Now, here's the thing with extra clothing. Don't go with cotton. Stay away from cotton. Cotton does not retain heat. When it gets wet, it becomes heavy. It does not help insulate you. What clothing you should be having in your extra clothing should be made out of leather, and it also should be made out of wool. Wool is going to be, don't matter how wet it gets, it's going to keep you warm. And also, believe it or not, hemp products are another good thing for clothing. So that's what I would recommend. I would stay away from cotton. Extra socks are going to be really, really important. Having also proper stuff to keep your feet dry. Having foot powder and stuff like that so you don't have issues, I think is really, really important too. A lot of people don't think about it, but it is really important. You take care of your feet, especially if you're walking, because you start having issues with your feet, you're not traveling too far, all right? The next thing I would say, let's see, probably one of the most important things is knowledge. Knowing what to do, having some basic knowledge of how to build a shelter, having that knowledge. What are the wild edibles that are going to be able to be eaten and foraged along the way while you're traveling? Knowing what medicinal plants are out there. These are things that you can learn right now. Get that knowledge, learn how to do it, practice it. Get out there, take a hike, say, hey, let me see what's out here, and then go from there. Those things can make a huge, huge difference in your quality of life. To be honest with you, huge difference in your quality of life. But knowledge is something that we can all have and use, and that's going to make a difference. Knowing how to filter water in nature, knowing those type of things. As simple as some people don't have any clue that you should be boiling water to a rolling boil first for about 5 minutes before you drink it. It's not going to get everything out, but it's going to sure help. Learning how to use uh, charcoal, sand, and small rocks to filter water as well to help get out pathogens and stuff like that. Filtering the water through a sock to get the larger particles out of that water to start with. I mean, just simple things like that can make a difference if you make it or if you don't make it. Okay? So, giving you some ideas there. If I'm missing something, I would like to hear you guys reply in the comments. But again, what we're thinking about is weight restraints. When you're looking at a bug out bag, you're not looking to have 2 weeks worth of food that you're carrying, because now again you're talking about weight. Weight is going to be a factor. So what you're looking to do is try to go lightweight as possible. That's why I say freeze-dried food, like granola bars, energy bars, those type of things, and like trail mix. Like I said, you're going to be eating that as you go, and that's going to help keep your energy boosted while you're hiking. And then when you get to your location, if you can start a fire, the freeze-dried food, as long as you have water, you can cook up a meal that way. And again, that's not super heavy, and you can carry quite a bit of those, and it's not going to be a tremendous amount of weight. I probably did not mention a sleeping bag, which I did not. So if you can get a lightweight sleeping bag as well, it's probably a good thing. It's going to make a difference in your comfortability level. So that's definitely something I completely forgot about a sleeping bag. But again, what we're thinking of is weight. You're going to try to keep things as light as possible. So think of the tools that are going to help you, right? Having 10 tons of clothes is great. If you can do it, if you can carry it, fantastic. But if you can keep things as lightweight as possible, that way, probably the more important things, like I said, is the knife, a multi-tool, and that canteen and like to be able to have water and stuff like that. And of course, I would recommend having different ways. If you could have like a Catadine water filter with you, those are a great thing to have. That'll process a lot of water for you, so you don't have to go through all the other steps to do it. Again, that's less than a pound. A Catadine water filtration system for camping, it's less than a pound. Really good product to have. I actually have that in my bug out stuff as well. So just some things to think about, and I hope this video helps when you're trying to put together a bug out bag. What are you thinking? Now some people are going to say, credit cards, money, and those type of things. The other thing that I would definitely recommend, and just popped into my mind, and it's something, like I said, that I always think about: laminated maps. Have maps of the area that you're in. Have maps of the area that you plan on going to. And I say laminated because of that way, if they get wet or whatever, it doesn't make any difference. They're going to be just fine. Again, that's not a lot of weight, but it gives you an idea where you are, where you're traveling to, and where you're going. So that's important as well. All right. So anyway, I hope this all helps. I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on what you have to say. So like I said, if I'm missing something, if you can think of something else and the reason for that is in the comments. If you do that in the comments, it gives other people ideas, and that's what this is all about. It's about sharing information, again, but what I want you all to take into consideration is weight. Weight is a huge factor when you're carrying something. If you can keep it, under 50 pounds, it's going to make a difference on your physical health. And again, most of us are not ready to get out there, throw a 50, 60-pound backpack on, and hump it for any length of time. All right? So think about that. All right. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for right now. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're having a great day. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important to tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive. Stay away from the negativity. I'm just looking to see if I missed anything. Okay. I'm looking at my list again, making sure. Like I said, stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. Just keep hanging in there and just do the best you can. All right, guys, I will see you all later. I'll be doing another video that'll go up at 7 today. Hope you all are safe. I'll talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.